And now he's in love with me. Every time he sees me, he's like, "You're the best thing that ever walked out my life. I wish I would have done the right things. Blah, 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 blah."
What a way to start the show. We're recording live!
You are wrong for that, sir.
I was trying to... You was just going. I didn't want to stop you.
You should have stopped me. You're going to edit that out.
Sure. Well, nobody knows who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to From My Experience Podcast. I'm your host, Rob, and I have Andrea with me today, and we're toasting to feelings. Ooh, that's gonna make me grow hair around my nipples.
Wow. I hope it don't have the same effect on me.
Me either. Look.
That thing is burning.
Yeah. I need a toothpick. All right, listen, guys. The name of this episode is Surprise, Surprise. I don't know if this episode 40. This is going to be episode 41, matter of fact. Or 42. I can't decide. Yes, please. Y'all, there's not a topic for this one. Let me give y'all a little... Well, some of y'all... Those of you who know me that are listening, you know me. Those of you who don't know me and Andrea, let me tell you this. We're the type of people where we don't have feelings. Like, it takes a lot to get to us. It takes a lot to stimulate us mentally. And to make us, basically be into you. And it's been a while since someone's done that for me. It's been a while since someone's done that for her.
Mm-hmm.
Until now. And the problem with that is people like us, we don't know what to do with that. We're all or nothing type of people. It's like either I'm all the way in or I'm all the way out. I don't like in between. Right?
Yeah, I would have to agree. I want you to start with your story on this topic. And then I will go with mine. How about that?
I thought it was ladies first.
Not this time.
Okay, I guess I'll be a lady then. Well, y'all, I'm gonna give you the long short and then give you the details.
Yo, you got the same tattoo as my best friend.
Really?
Laugh now, cry later. Go on.
Mm-hmm. Are we telling people what I got on my body?
Boy, stop.
Pour another shot. All right.
Ooh.
I know, I got my chest warm. Feel like I drank some hot chocolate or something.
Pull it up.
Listen, y'all. So, I've been very career focused, job focused, whatever you want to call it, focused since my last relationship. Because again, I'm an all or nothing person. And when I'm with someone, that takes a huge chunk away from that. So I've kind of gotten into the mode to where I'm really off dating and off trying to meet new people and just trying to focus on business. That's the long short. So, hey, Andrea.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to visit my mom, and there was someone I went to school with that I knew lived in the same town. And it's boring. Like, where my mom lives is boring. I only got one. Well, I have a couple friends there, but they have families. And the one guy that I used to hang out with a lot, he got married. So now he lives in Charlotte. What up to my boy Daniel? Congratulations once again. It was a beautiful ceremony. But there's somebody I went to college with there. Beautiful, lovely young lady.
Okay. Sorry.
You sound like Little John. Okay, what? And we never really spent time together in college. Like, it was like a in-passing type thing, higher by. Never really engaged or anything like that. So I looked at the opportunity, and I was like, let me hit her up, see what's up. So I hit her up. She gave me her number. We talked a little bit. So I was like, I'd love to take you out. She was like, cool with it. So I go visit my mom, hang out with her. Then I'm like, all right, Mom, I got a date. My mom gets immediately jealous. My mom was like the game warden, yo. Like, she doesn't play. And it's funny because I'm not a mama's boy at all. But anyway, I'm just gonna preface this. This is probably probably the best date I've ever been on. Like, so I get there, get to a crib to pick her up. We talk a little bit. She gets in the car, and the conversation was just, when you're with someone who's on your maturity level, who's realistic, the conversation is just so wonderful. She's so cool, so down to earth. So we had to ride to the next city over because the city that we live in is whack. So rode to the next city. Conversation went well. I had to make a stop, pick something up. But the conversation, I mean, it was just rolling like water. And my mind was just racing like, oh my God, this has to be too good to be true. Like, she's saying all the right things. Like, I felt like the woman. You know, like the guy always tries to charm? Yeah. She wasn't trying to charm me. She was just keeping it real. And she was really intrigued too. So we ended up downtown at this spot that she likes to go to. Dinner was great. The chicken wings.
You sound real black right now.
I am black and I like chicken.
Ugh.
Andrea's black, guys and girls, and she doesn't like chicken.
Or watermelon.
Huh?
Anyway, go on. It's not about food, because I have a whole list of things that would make me not black. But go on.
You don't like watermelon?
No.
Something wrong with you. Anyway, she even introduced me to a new drink that I never had before that was totally delicious. I might have had 3 of them. But anyway, we had dinner, we had drinks. Then she showed me the rest of the establishment. It's multi-leveled, so she took me up to the rooftop. So we sat at the rooftop, got a couple more drinks, getting kind of cozy upstairs. Just the conversation is just flowing, man. Like, her mentality is kind of like mine. Like, she's goal oriented. She's thinking about the future. She's thinking about putting in the work now, so you won't have to put in the work later, so that when you have kids and things like that, you will actually be able to have family time because you don't have to work all crazy. And she has a lot of life experience. Like, she's been through enough stuff to know what she wants to do and what she doesn't want to do, and that's very attractive, especially at the age I'm at now, because I want someone who knows what they want to do with their life. So we left there. And now, if anybody knows me, I'm a planner. So, I would probably say the next block over, there's a sign for a comedy club, and they have like an improv comedy show, and it was like 20 minutes past when it started. But she looked at the sign, then she looked at me, then she looked at the sign, then she looked at me, and I was like, all right, let's go. Normally, I will walk right past it, not even give it a second thought. But I'm like, all right, let me step out of my comfort zone a little bit. So we went in there. She got a little cozy, you know. She was laying on your boy. I was like, oh. So I had to.
You are so crazy.
Yo, for real. So she had her head on my shoulder. I put my arm around her. Oh my God, I don't know what kind of lotion she uses, but she was so soft. Anyway, yes, and them legs. Ooh.
You were feeling on her legs?
I wasn't feeling on her legs.
No. That I know.
Wait. I wasn't feeling on her. She had her legs crossed, and I had on shorts, so her leg was touching mine. Yeah. How am I not a gentleman? Anyway,
I was making sure you kept your gentleman on while you were go on with the story, please.
We were going with the flow. Anyway, we left there. Conversation still flowing. She showed me the rest of the downtown area because I hadn't been there in years. Then we went to this store. Now here's the funny thing. We went to this store. It's like a general store. Like, if you've ever been to Crackle Barrel, you know how like the front of Crackle Barrel is? It's a store that's all like that. And they had mood rings. And we tried on the mood rings. And what she told me was, she said it's based on body temperature. So I'm like, oh, okay. So we put on the mood rings. And both of our moods said relax, which was blue. So I was like, let's test this again. So we picked up 2 totally different rings, both relaxed. I was like, I must be doing a good job. She giggled. I giggled. We left. And I saw Marble Slab. You ever been to Marble Slab?
Yes. Their ice cream tastes like roach spray. Sorry. Is that gonna help revoke my black card?
Okay. It didn't tonight. So we went to Marble Slab, got ice cream, and the conversation just continued to flow. I was amazed, yo. What truly amazed me is she was asking questions about the important things, not the superficial shit that people like to talk about. It was the important stuff, like where do you see yourself, and how do you how's your business set up, and what made you transition into this, and what are some, like, it was like very deep. It blew my mind. I wasn't expecting it. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's been so long because I ain't been on a date in almost a year since this, so I wasn't expecting it. So near the end of the night, we were actually holding hands. Like, yeah, it's progressed kind of quick. What's
Hey.
So listen,
That's great.
we're holding hands and get back to the car. I opened her car door. I didn't open her car door when I picked her up, though. I think that's whack. I don't do that. I'm not gonna do that, ladies. Just to let you know. I'm sorry. It just defeats the purpose of auto locks. Then she did. Oh, she passed the test. It wasn't a test, but she reached across and opened my door before I got to the other side. So, getting the conversation flowed, and we had jokes on the way back to her house. We had jokes or whatever. So, I'm not gonna put all her business out there. I hope she's not mad that I'm talking about this, but anyway, she won't be. And got her back to the crib. I walked her inside. We had a little bit more conversation. Then I hugged her. Then I left. And that was the end of the date.
So when we were on the phone earlier, you said something about feelings. So what were you about to say?
This is how I knew. And Shorty, if you're listening, I don't mean any offense. This is my podcast. I got to be real. So initially, the very next day, I was supposed to be leaving. Like, I got in town Friday. I was supposed to be leaving Saturday. I found out because I had to do something for work that I didn't know about until Friday. So I was pissed because I'm like, yo, I just got there. I left. I got there like Thursday night. And I'm like, damn, I got to turn around and leave. So I told her that or whatever. And then she was like, let me know when you make it home safe and let me know when you make it back to Charleston or whatever. But I woke up Saturday and found out I didn't have to come back. So I hit her up. I texted her. I let her know. I was like, yo, I'm still going to be here till Sunday. She was like, okay, well, this is why. She called me like an hour after I sent that text. Told me she had some stuff planned for the day, but she was going to communicate with me throughout the day. And where's my brain? She was going to communicate with me throughout the day, and we'll see if we can get up. Didn't hear anything from her for the rest of the day. On Saturday. Didn't hear anything from her on Sunday either. So Sunday, when I got back to Charleston, I let her know I got home safe. Nothing. No response. Nothing for 2 days. So this is how I knew I cared. In my mind, I was like, what did I do wrong? What did I fuck up? Like, I called my council member, Nika. I went over the date in great detail. I'm like, yo, where did I mess up? I couldn't have messed this up that bad for her not to want to talk to me. I was like, maybe she wasn't that interested. Maybe it was actually whack. Maybe, I don't know. Then Nika, her stupid behind, she was like, was your breath stink? Look, because that'll do it sometimes.
Nika sound like she real honest.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the one I'm about to talk about is calling. Keep it moving. Let's keep it rolling.
But
I don't even care right now. Anyway,
I'm freaking out. Yo, I'm freaking out. And the fact that I was freaking out, I was like, yo, I must really like her. Because normally I just wouldn't care.
Wouldn't care, right?
But I enjoyed myself. I could
totally see you not caring. Be like, I made it back to Charleston and keep it moving. Like, keep it pushing through the rest of your day.
That's me.
Right.
But
I'm like that. So.
Exactly. So I'm messed up because I'm like, yo, where's she? I'm like, did she lose her phone or whatever? So, but I calmed myself down. And I said, you know what? because I have this theory called the rotation theory. But I calmed myself down. I was like, number one, y'all don't really know each other like that. Y'all know of each other, but y'all know each other like that. Number two, with the rotation theory, when you meet someone new, or when you meet someone new, y'all have to rotate each other into your lives. Like, every day there's a circle of people that I call and contact and communicate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a set. Why are you making that face?
You know I got issues right now, Robert. Go on.
You gotta rotate them in. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, you, Andrea. It was tough because you and I were really cool, but I would never reach out to you and talk to you ever.
I know, and I thought I had to tell you, like, I'm about to stop hitting you up.
and you did, but
right.
Listen, I had to rotate you in. Like, I already had a pattern of communication I was used to with a certain amount of people, so I had to spend more time with you to figure out where you fit with that. Because there's like Nika's my council member. Like, if something real important comes up, she's the first person I call because number one, she's one of my oldest friends, and number two, she's very honest, and she knows me almost better than I know myself. When I just want to kind of shoot the stuff, I'll probably call my mom. If I just want to talk about something stupid or crazy, I'll call one of my line brothers. If I want to talk business, I'll call Russell. Like, it's all, you know what I mean? I have like,
so what's my purpose?
A circle. Huh? Your purpose? You know what? You kind of like, real talk, like you're it's like having a conversation with myself. And sometimes you got to do that. And you're like my fun side. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm strictly business. Like, I'm whack. Like, I got off work a little early today. I got Chinese food. I was gonna sit my ass down, eat it, and then go to sleep. I
completely disrupted that.
Right. And next thing you know, I call you. I jump in the shower and I'm at your house. So you're like a conversation with myself. And I do a lot better now. Like, I hit you up. I talk to you about stuff. Because you see things from the same way I see it, but sometimes we still have a different spin on it.
I agree with that.
Because sometimes we so much on the A side, we don't want to think about B. Kind of like with her. Like, I was so on the... For a minute, I was just like, yo, I did something wrong. It's me. I did something, blah, blah, blah. Then after talking to one or two people, I calmed myself down. I said, you know what? You're not in her normal rotation of communication. Maybe she was more busy than she expected. Don't trip. This is some funny shit right here. So... One of my boys was like, look, bro, if she don't hit you up by midnight on Monday, she's done.
Okay, you
she's done, yo. That's a cutoff point. I'm like, yeah, 3 days. Come on, yo. Especially after I hit you up a couple times. But whatever. So, Monday came. Nothing. All day. Went to bed Monday night. Woke up Tuesday morning. Had wait a minute, let me not lie. Hold on. Was it Monday? Let me not lie. Fact checking real quick, y'all. Don't judge me.
Is your phone on silent? Because your phone is very disrespectful.
Oh my god. Look, this is my show. I do what I want.
Okay.
Your recent communication. What? Oh. So I woke up the next day and had a text from her. It came in at 11:55 on Monday night. I swear to God. Andrea, I will show you the text. That shit said 11:55 on Monday night.
You was like, yes!
What?
She passed!
What? I was like, yes! Yo, like, I almost did a cartwheel. It was mad early. I was waking up for work.
But you know, women got those time frames too. Like, I'm gonna let him marinate. I'm gonna let him sit. Which is why I wasn't pressed to answer the phone just now. Because I always make myself available. I always answer the phone. So you sit there and you marinate for a little bit.
But why would you do that to me? Now, I don't think
my situation is built different than yours, though. Right,
but I don't think that's cool if I'm letting you know I made it home safe from travel when that's what you asked me to do, and then you don't respond. But anyway, past that, it don't matter. Her fine ass. But anyway, since then we've had some really great conversations, and we actually talked today, man, and it's like we're sharing a brain, like the hustle mentality, the handling your business, the building wealth for your family, the chasing goals is there. Not playing no games, none of that shit.
That's great.
Yeah, I gotta call her back tonight. But anyway, let's toast to that. Robert had a great date.
Oh, Jesus, hair on the nipples. Ugh.
Yeah.
Is it my time to go now or no?
I just want to say, one, I hope she's not mad at me for talking about this, but I don't think I said anything offensive or mean. And if I did, I apologize. But I really do enjoy our conversations, and I really did enjoy that date, and I cannot wait to see you again. Real talk. I know.
And you put on like this whole different voice. Like, y'all can cake on the phone.
No, that's because what are we drinking?
Tequila.
This tequila done burned my vocal cords out, so I
Okay.
But nah, real talk. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm cheesing. Like I'm off the phone with her and I'm walking back in the office. They're like, "What you smiling about?" I'm like, "Shut up."
See, I don't have that.
But here's the problem though. That was one date and a couple conversations. That's the problem with people like you. We jump in both feet.
See that? Not me.
Oh, well, me.
Well, this is the thing because you know that I've been single. When did we meet? 2015.
Sounds about right.
Okay, so I was single prior to meeting you. And it takes a lot to get my mind. And this is terrible to say coming from a woman, but just being blunt and honest. Because I had been damaged in my marriage, I walked out that marriage like, I just want a team. Like, I just want a line of dudes. And I pull them off the bench whenever I feel like pulling them off the bench. And I'm not talking about in a sexual manner. Like, just straight up, like, if I want to go out to the club, you good for the club, you off the bench tonight. You're good with conversation, so we're going to go and we're going to sit at Starbucks and we're going to have a conversation.
Let me stop you. A lot of women do that.
They're just not bad enough to say it. And I'm willing to say
they don't say it, but they're like, this guy's good for this thing. They use him for that. Because dudes do it all the time.
Dudes do it all the time. So it's like, what's the problem?
I'm guilty.
Right. And so for me, it was just like, I was dealing with Derek. I don't mind saying his name because I know he ain't listening. And, I was dealing with Derek for a little while, but Derek asked me, I think, 8 times to be his girl. Maybe more. And I always said no. Because at the time, I didn't want a relationship. And he really didn't want one, but he thought that's what I wanted to hear, so that's what he was saying. In January of this year, I shut down the Sweet Cake Factory. I was like, I'm not having sex. I'm not doing any of that. I am just going to focus on me. And I got, like, mentally and emotionally, so I thought, I got mentally and emotionally ready for a relationship. Because I do better in a relationship. I function better in a relationship versus being by myself. So when I am by myself, I prioritize other things to take my mind off of being single.
Right.
So the guy that I'm...
Damn, I wonder if I do that.
Yes, you do.
How are you? Okay.
I've been around you. Like, come on now. I
didn't know that about myself.
You focus on business. Which there's nothing wrong with that because you can really.
So you knew me in and out of a relationship. What's the difference?
In the relationship, you were working towards a goal because you saw something with her and you were working towards that goal. So when you can
say it.
So when it's a waste of time. So when you were working towards that goal, you were busting your butt for that. When she exited stage left, you were like, okay, you know what? This is what I want for me. So this is what I'm going to do to get to where I want to be. Because by a certain age, I want to be riding my bike on the trails. I want to be traveling the world. Like, you have your mind set on certain things. So for me, I do the same thing. I wanted that promotion at work. I got that promotion at work, which is going to be the death of me. I swear it is.
Yeah, I get a lot less of you, yo. A lot.
Everybody does. My mom asked me the other day if I was alive. I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, she texts me, are you alive? Yes, I'm alive, lady. I'm working. Call my work phone if you want to know if I'm alive. But, I'm just really busy. But this gentleman comes back into my life because we had a little run-in last year. But I didn't like him. I did not like him. We spent 3 days together, and I was like, oh, I'm done. And I exited with no guilty conscience or nothing.
None. Done. Cut
I was
off.
done, and
like
there was
we
no
do.
thinking. Right?
Like
there was
we do.
no thinking. It was just like, I'm out.
Yeah.
And he would text me and check on me, and every time he would text my phone, my eyes would roll. I'm like, ugh, I don't want to talk to him. But it's rude because he knows I'm getting the text messages.
Right.
And then I saw him out one night. Now, when I saw him out about a little over a month ago, that's when I had self-checked me. So I'm like, okay, I'm ready for a relationship and blah, blah, blah. And I knew he was a good dude before. I just didn't like him. And so, like, I saw him that night.
Was it that you didn't like him or you didn't like what he represented in your life at that time?
No, I didn't like him.
Okay.
No, I didn't like him.
Okay.
I can't say that there's anything. Thinking back to last year, I can't say, Robert, he did this, and this that I just didn't like. Like, no. Like, I was like, I want to wake up and go watch the sunrise. And he was like, okay. And I know this dude wakes up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work. But he's like, you want to go watch the sunrise? That's what we going to do. Like, whatever I wanted to do, he was ready to ride. But I wasn't ready. He wanted a relationship. I was not ready. So then when this time when I saw him, it's like a different scenery. Like, we're at the bar, we're all having a good time, we're vibing. And when he saw my face, my brother is so dumb because my brother was like, yo, when old boy saw your face, like, his whole face changed. He was like, and you walked in there like you owned it. And I was in uniform, so I really wasn't even supposed to be where I was at. But
oh my God,
that's just a me thing. I don't drink in my uniform. But that night, rule breaker, I was passing by and I was like,
yeah, I try not to drink in with my name
I just find that to
on.
be disrespectful to the company that I represent. But it was like a week later, and I text him, and I was just like, hi. And he was like, he actually told me what was going through his head through the text messages. And when he was like, when he saw me say hi, he was like, oh, she's checking on me this time. Hey, what's up? And I was like, when are we going out again?
What?
I initiated this.
That would have messed me up so bad.
He said, oh, so she on this bullshit again. But okay. He was like, whenever you want to. We were supposed to go out Friday night. This was during the finals. Okay. And he's like, well, I know you don't want to watch the game. I'm like, who don't want to watch that game? I'm going to be in front of somebody's TV to watch this fourth game. You know what I'm saying?
Finals.
Anyway. So, who I wanted to win won, so it doesn't matter. But Thursday night, I was on the way home. And it was like 10 o'clock at night. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. I was out in the country. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. He was like, you know what? Meet me at the spot. I don't want you to go home hungry. Okay.
Sound like me.
Okay. And then, like, when I saw him, I got so excited. And I'm like, oh my God, I have emotions?
Right? Yeah.
I have emotions. Like, I don't care about nobody. And if I call you and I check on you, I genuinely care.
Oh, you care about me.
Yeah, I do care about you. And that's a select few people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same.
We had dinner that Thursday. We had dinner that Friday. We went and watched the finals together. And that night was so sweet because, wow, I waited till the commercial of the finals, but I looked at him and I was like, can I have a kiss?
What?
And that kiss
was
life.
Wait.
He said, I couldn't wait to kiss you. It was life. And he said it was life, not me.
Wait.
I was thinking it, but he said it.
Wait. Andrea don't give up the lips to nobody, y'all.
Okay.
Nobody.
And that's where I kind of feel like I'm built like a dude a little bit, because even if we're having an intimate moment, like, I can do that intimate moment without ever kissing. Like, straight up.
Yeah, you didn't
asked
tell
him
me
for
this.
Robert, that's why I'm so messed up right now. Can't you tell?
I can tell. You gave him the lips.
I did.
Dang.
And then, so it was real quick, but it was perfect. It was like perfect for the moment. And then we've been rocking ever since. 3 days out the week, he's here, waking up early as hell to go to work. And then last week, everything just changed. And I realized last week, and I don't fault him for nothing, because He's been very honest about the different things. No, he's not married. No, he doesn't have a girlfriend, but he has a situationship. That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm here. I'm making sure you have food for work when you go to work. I'm making sure you have dinner when you're here. Like I really stepped out. Well, I'm not going to say I stepped out of character because that is who I am.
It is.
But at the same time, I haven't done that at all since I've been single. Mm-hmm. And then last week, he like hit me with the... just with some unexpected stuff. And it's like messed me up because I realized, and like I was saying earlier, like, I don't fault him for nothing. Mm-hmm. I fault me. Because I never care.
But you're human, just like I'm human.
But I've always been able to keep my wall built higher than the Great Wall of China. It's longer than the Great Wall of China.
But sometimes we run across someone and they just pique our interest. This lady this beautiful woman that I went out with Friday, like she just caught me off guard. Like I have not had such stimulating conversation, man. Like I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. But if I could put my finger on it, I would only search for women like this. But I feel like they don't come.
They don't. They don't.
Right. They don't. So it's like I get scared because I know that, and I'm like, oh shoot, like this is what really attracts me. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Don't know what to do. Except, I mean, the one thing I know I need to do, number one, is take my time with it. But go ahead.
That's where I messed up. Not saying that I don't feel like I took my time because I knew from last year that he was a good dude. Mm-hmm. So I thought, because this shit from last week just completely was like, what? Mm-hmm. But that's his situation, so I won't put that out. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just like I really like slipped up on my game. Mm-hmm. Like I walk into every situation feeling like, Robert, if it was you that I was dealing with, I would walk in feeling like you're already dealing with someone, so there's no need for me to let my guard down. Right. So I already walk in like that. So in the end, if shit hits the fan, my heart isn't being hung out on the clothesline to dry.
We protect ourselves because we've been hurt before.
And I've been protected for so long and so hard. Yeah. Like I'm a really hard person on the outside. But once you get to know me, I'm like... so soft. And
you are, yo.
Yeah, I really am. And like for me to realize like I went a day without eating, like I'm on the phone with three-way. I'm 31 years old. Like who does three-way? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on the phone with my mom and my best friend. Like where did I go wrong? Now my mom said something yesterday, which I'm thinking about making a Facebook video about. But my mom said something yesterday. She said, Andrea, he's stepping back from you because he's trying to figure out his situation. Yeah.
You know he gotta come to you, correct?
She was like, so it's not over, my child. Robert, when my mama said it's not over, my child, you couldn't tell me that the good Lord didn't just come down and just touch me himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. I'm trying to be encouraged. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to shift my priorities elsewhere, but I can't lie. And I know it's only been like a month, but this shit was a blow. It was a blow because it actually hurt. Yeah. And I actually felt like my heart was hurting. Mm-hmm. And I had to ask my best friend today. I was like, oh my God, like, did I fall in love? Like, what the hell? Like, I don't even know what that feels like. Like, I've only loved one person. And she was like, or I said, is it lust? And she said, no, lust is superficial. Mm-hmm. I agree. She was like, so I'm not going to say that it was lust. She was like, I actually think that you really, because you knew ahead of time that this was a good man, you actually opened yourself all the way up with no reserve. And I'm like, I can't do that again. Like, I don't think I would give anybody, like, I was doing girlfriend things. Like, I was doing girlfriend things. You
said, you were about to say you don't want to ever give anybody what? You don't want to ever give anybody the true 100%? No. You know what? Okay. No, our friendship just reached the next level. Real shit, I feel like my very first girlfriend from college, I did that with. Like, there's nothing.
Like, gave her your all?
Yeah. I'm talking about like, but I can't even talk about some of the stuff I did for the sake of that relationship. Like that's how real it was. Like didn't care about my future. Like literally ride or die. And she ended up cheating on me, and that shit flipped my world upside down. And my God, I was still open, but it took people a lot longer to quote unquote prove themselves. And not saying you got to meet my standard or anything, but when I say prove yourself, like I'm gonna look at to see who you truly are. You know what I mean? Not the facade you give me when we're dating and you want to impress me and look cute and all that bullshit. Like, who are you to the core? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say I don't give people all of me 100%. Well, I could say that. I'd probably say that I do reserve a little bit of protection for myself now, because that's scary. Because, like, I gave up everything, like, prized possessions for that chick, and it turned out like that. And I was like, well, shit, what do I do with the next one? So that's why, you know, like I tell people, I said on the solo podcast, I trust everyone until they give me a reason not to.
See, and I don't.
Yeah, you're the opposite. But see, my thing is this, it could be the smallest thing. It could be saying on Monday your favorite color is red, and then when I ask you again a week later, yeah, it's blue. Okay, now what the fuck? You know what I mean? I try to give you a chance. That don't mean I'm gonna give you my social security number and no shit like that, but I try to give people the benefit of the doubt up front, because I can't the people I don't trust, I'm not gonna interact with you.
See, I'll interact with you.
I can't do that.
But I already walked in the situation knowing I don't trust you.
Right.
Like, period. Like,
that must be so hard. That's weird. You interacted with me. You didn't trust me?
We were professional. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you think about it, like, I treated everyone at that particular job great. The only one I didn't was the assistant manager when she crossed me the wrong way. And I went to the manager then, and when I realized, oh, you not about that life? Okay, well, I will be about that life, and I will address her accordingly. I still was respectful, though.
True.
So, but I don't trust anyone. Like,
True.
I just told you, like, I walk into situations with men, and I'm just like, I already think you're dealing with other women.
But you know what, though? We're dealing with two different types of people, though. You're dealing with men, I'm dealing with women. Because
it's so much easier for a man to find a good woman than it is for a
what?
woman to find a good man. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not.
You can change a hoe into a housewife. You can. But a man will always be a man and have those hunter instincts. Yes. Yes.
No.
And that's what I mean.
No, I don't think.
But see, that shows the difference between you walking into a situation and you trusting, and me walking into a situation and not. Listen.
You're missing. It's funny. You're sitting right in front of me. We're having this conversation. You're missing the dynamic. You walk into it, and what is your thoughts?
I don't trust you.
And I walk into it, and I what?
You trust me.
What does every woman want to be able to do with their man?
Trust them.
So that's what I give them up front. Because I already feel like she don't trust me because of all the stuff you're saying. That's why I'm an open book. Like, you can ask me anything, I'm going to tell you. I can't guarantee you're going to like the answer, but I'm going to tell you, because I don't want to give you a reason to doubt me, and I don't want you to give me a reason to doubt you. And it's not that I'm trying to prove myself, but I just found it easier just to be open and honest, because when someone's open and honest with you, one or two things are going to happen. You're going to get scared and you're going to run off because you can't take it, or two, you're going to be open and honest back.
But Rob, this is the thing, though.
I'm not saying anything's wrong with your approach, though, because men are like that.
And that's where I'm going with what I was about to say. Mm-hmm. You are a rare breed. The job that we worked at, I don't talk to nobody. I just talk to you. You see what I'm saying?
Awesome.
Like, you're a rare breed. Like, at the end of the day, I know if I call you and I say, Robert, if I send you a picture and I say, Robert, is this dress ugly? I know you would be honest with me and be like, girl, take that off. Or, yes, Andrea, it looks really nice. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I know, because I think about the profession that I'm in. I listen to men on a day-to-day basis. So I hear BS on a day-to-day basis. Mm-hmm. So my job has also allowed me to be able to put up that I have to have a wall up at my job. That's just the truth of the matter. So at the end of the day, it's like, I would love to walk into a situation and trust. Now, this is where, again, I let my guard down. I trusted him. I trusted him.
So soon.
Because when I asked, but remember, we were dealing last summer.
True.
So it's like everything that he was saying to me aligned.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I had no reason to question him, no reason to doubt him. And then I get hit with the bullshit, and I'm like, you are no different.
Is he no different? Because here's the problem with men. Instead of reading Charlemagne the God's book,
that nigga don't have no business having a book. But anyway,
that book is fucking awesome.
I'm sure it is, because he's a lunatic.
Black privilege, opportunity comes to those who create it. Go pick that up. It's a New York Times bestseller. A lot of men here. This is the problem I think men, quote unquote, have. Some of them, not all. We're scared that a woman won't accept our situation as is and trust us to change it. Therefore, we either avoid telling you the truth when we probably should, or we don't. And for me, I don't do that because I don't like to waste anybody's time. So I need to let you know what you're getting into. Exactly. I'm going to let you know what it is up front. Again, which is why I approach. That's why it's different. That's why it's different the way I approach women and the way you approach men. We're dealing with two different creatures and two different dynamics.
So because I'm mad at old boy, not gonna lie to you, I went on a date the other night to my favorite spot, but my favorite bartender wasn't there. But
what? Go ahead.
I was mad.
So you went on a revenge date?
Yeah, but he's been after me for a little while, and
Go ahead.
To the point where my neighbor has even tried to hook me up with him. But wow. I want to say about 7 minutes into the date, I was like, I just want to go home. Like, my mind was not there. Like, I was there, but like my mind was not there. Like, and when he told me I couldn't have sake, I was like, what? Okay,
you should have called me. I would have came out there and fought that dude, and then we would have
had sake together.
Exactly.
I mean, we like to eat sushi and drink sake, apple sake at that. Ooh. So when he was like, no, and I was like, ma'am, can you just put it on my tab? Robert, why did this man look at me and I said no. I said, bartender, don't worry about it. It's okay. Thank you though. But in my head, I had already made up my mind. Like, I'm never going out with you again. Like, I want to be able to
that dude is lame.
Be around you and be myself, because I am not that person.
Say that one more time.
Yes, I want to be able to be around you and be myself. Like, I'm not that person who's going to walk in and candy coat nothing for you. I am 100% real. You either hate it or you love it, but I'm like you in that. I'd rather be open and honest with you now. Then for 6 months down the road, you'll be like, oh, you was just putting on a front. I don't want to be that front.
Exactly.
I'm giving you everything, loud, wild, and bold, so you'll know who I am. And so when he was like, no, I was like, yo, I just want to go home. And then old boy started calling, and I'm like, I really just want to talk to him. My mind was not there. And then you done pissed me off because now I can't drink apple sake. And I done been at work for 13 hours.
Oh, shit. You deserve that. He should have been buying you round after round after round.
No, that's not how that worked. That is not how that
I think
went.
that is so whack when people try to...
I'm never going on another date. Like, I don't want to go on no more dates. I don't want to do none of that.
Fellas, let me give you some dating tips right now, man. Number one, you can't treat every woman the same and try to go with these stereotypical things. Like, number one, you have to go on at quite a few dates, and you have to do quite a bit of listening so you can see what type of woman she is. And honestly, you got to know yourself to know, could I be with this person? Because I've told chicks that, and they're like, well, how do you know? And you didn't give it a chance. I'm like, look, I know myself well enough to know what I can put up with, what I can't put up with, what kind of energy I'm gonna put off towards you, what kind of energy you're gonna put off towards me, and the level of quote unquote change that it would take for us to meet or find that common ground. It ain't gonna be. It's too much. Like, I need someone that's gonna basically meet me halfway. Like, I don't mind going into something knowing that there'll be some conflict, but there's just certain things that we gotta meet up on right away, because there's only so much understanding that you're gonna be able to get. You know what I mean? I need you to have some of that. Like, we gotta be on the same wavelength. Again, this is why I'm so attracted. This is why I'm so attracted to her. Like, the conversation.
Gonna be in love by next month. Lord.
Who, me?
Who be calling me talking about, Andrea, I'm so in love.
I'm not gonna be in love, man. I'm actually a little scared. Nah, real talk, because I mean, number one, is early, so I don't know. But number two, distance. Me, I'm fine with distance. I don't know how she feels about that. So
I think that's a good conversation for y'all to have soon, but not tonight.
Yeah, definitely not tonight. We'll have the conversation, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm not even talking relationship stuff with her like that.
Okay, whoa. Because what did I tell you about you? You will friend zone somebody and not even realize you've done it.
Nah, we're not gonna friend zone each other, because I've already shown her non-friendship affection. Shut up. I've already
putting that out there because you do that. Go on.
Yo, you're real whack for that. I don't do that.
Yes, you do. We've had this talk multiple times.
Yo, anyway, the friend zone. I don't
Thinking it, you did it.
I don't even know what you mean by friend zoning people.
That's gonna be another topic. We're gonna have a friend zone topic.
We already had that before.
No, we have not.
In the past.
Me and you,
What
we've
you
had
got on
that
your lips? Why is
conversation.
your cup sticky?
Because I use Victoria's Secret lip gloss. Ladies, if y'all are listening and y'all need great lip gloss, go to Victoria's Secret. Their lip gloss is the shit.
Don't be shouting them out. They ain't sponsor me.
I'm just saying. These lips be popping.
Shout out to our sponsor, Complete Vision Entertainment. For your DJ needs in the Low Country area, Charleston, Somerville, Ladson, Goose Creek, Moncks Corner, all the islands down here, and even as far up as Columbia. If you need DJ services for weddings, birthdays, or you just want to have a party, hit them up. Complete Vision Entertainment, ENT@gmail.com. That is complete with a K, Vision, ENT@gmail.com. Yeah. Why are you looking at me like that? You like that drop? You like that?
That was a whole 20-second commercial.
That's our sponsor. They pay the bills. Yo, you made me forget what I was saying. I'm not gonna be in love after a month. And you said friend. Nah, it's like I don't be friend zoning people. Like
You, as long as we talk about friend zone, you gonna keep getting this dirty look. Because you do friend zone people. Because
okay, you're right. I do.
It takes so long to figure out the role that they play in your life and how you're gonna fit them in your rotation. Women have short attention spans.
Okay, wait.
I know for me, I can't speak for every woman because I'm built a little different than most. But I get bored real fast. And if I feel like you don't know what I walk in like that's like.
See, that's another thing. Y'all walk into a situation with a dude and know whether or not y'all be wanting to be with them.
No. See, I'm
Some
not
of y'all
built like
do.
that. Didn't I just tell you I didn't like?
All right, hold on. We got toast because you about to. Piss
I just
me
told
off.
you I did not like him.
I might
right?
need something lighter than this.
I don't have nothing lighter. All I got is this and moonshine.
You
Which
can't
one
make no
want?
margaritas?
Okay, I can do a margarita for you.
Love you too.
Now or later?
Shit, it don't matter. All right, y'all. We gonna run this show. So, I friend zone people. Let me tell you what happened. Let me explain. Number one, if I can't see myself being with you, yes, I'm gonna friend zone the shit out of you. Sorry. Number two, it does take me a while to figure it out because I go into situations sometimes because part of my problem is I love women. I'm not a womanizer. I don't date multiple women at the same time. I'm not a freak. Everyone doesn't get my loins. That's preserved. But I love women. Y'all are God's gift to men. Y'all are beautiful. I love different skin tones. I love eyes. I love lips. I just love being around y'all. I just love looking at y'all. I love women. So if you're attractive, number one, I am attracted to you. But I know that has to go beyond that. So I have to get over that initial physical attraction to see where that head is and see where your mind is before I can say, yo, I can see myself with that person. Because there's been people I've friend zoned, and then a year later, I'm like, damn, she would have been a great fucking girlfriend. But I didn't figure it out until later. But now that I'm older and I've had a bit more experience, it's a little easier for me to do that.
For me, I told my homegirl this just like really, really recent. Like,
Question for you too.
Okay, women do walk in like, as soon as you ask a girl to be your girlfriend, like she's already planning the wedding. And I said this on the last podcast. Like, women as children play with Barbie dolls, and they already have their wedding colors planned out. They already have how many bridesmaids they want. All they're trying to do is fulfill the groom slot.
Damn.
Okay, because we have we have the clock.
This is true. We have no clocks, man.
Right. So for me, I am built different because I'm not trying to find someone to fill the groom spot. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I do want to have someone where our conversations are great. Like,
yes.
Like, I'll never forget my ex-husband. We were sitting in Carrabba's. Lord, I love that place, and their sangrias are amazing. But he was talking to his friend about Dow, and he was talking about stocks. And I remember going, "Oh, this is so sexy." You know what I'm saying? And since him, I haven't found anyone that grabs my mind like that and attention. Now, it was all a front. But he knew what he was doing. That was a plot. Like, that's what him and his friend did. Okay. But at the time, it was so sexy to me because he was coming to me with something fresh, something new, something different. So he had my mind. And when he thought that he was losing my mind, he stepped it up a notch and did something different to get my mind back intrigued. So with this gentleman right here, he likes pillow talk.
Okay.
And I'm just like, oh my God. And I say it to him like, yo, can you please go to sleep?
Yeah.
And about that third time, I'm like, please take your ass to sleep. But at the same time, like, our conversations are so mind-blowing.
Yeah.
That it kept my mind. And I haven't found that since my ex-husband. So for me, I don't walk into anything like I'm trying to find that husband because I've had a husband. I'm good in that area. I just want someone that can stimulate my mind. Everything else will fall into place. But when it comes to, like, I don't know, I'm just set up different. Like, when it comes to trust, when it comes to caring, when it comes to feelings, like, I shut all that down. And the situation right here is just a little different.
Because you're a punk on the inside, just like me. I got a question for you in two things, since you were talking about the friend zone thing. Here's part of my problem, too.
Go on.
I wouldn't say a lot, but I have female friends. I know how to be friends with females. And I try not to cross the line initially because I don't know where you're going to end up. I don't want to try to be romantic with you, sleep with you, and we decide it don't work, but we still really cool, because that always creates an awkward situation moving forward.
Like me and my best friend?
Yeah.
Awkward? Because you know
no.
I had to call that dude
Yep.
crying the other day about the situation. But I was like, boyfriend, help me.
Y'all situation is deeper. See, y'all situation is deeper.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's just like either I want you or I don't. Like, either I can see it with you or I don't. So it's a feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
but how do you not friend zone somebody? Like, okay.
There's a way to friend zone someone and still keep them around, because like I told you, oh boy, this go around.
But wait, not even that. Like, you say I friend zone people. What am I doing that's friend zoning you?
You keep the conversations very business. You will.
Okay.
That's the first thing that pops into my head. Another thing that you do is, if the young lady tries to bring a conversation to you about you and her, you curve it.
Oh.
You curve it. And most women will get it, and they'll be like, okay, he's not interested.
But that's not necessarily always true. I'm a thinker and I'm a planner. Like, it depends on when you catch me. Like, for real, like, being 100. shorty that I went out with Friday, I wasn't looking at it from a romantic perspective. I wasn't. I was like, yo, my hometown is mad boring. And I'm like, my best friend's not here anymore either. So I'm going to have nothing to do for 2 days. Like, I would literally probably not even leave her house. It's boring. So it was just like, yo, I get to be in the presence of a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? But what she brought to the table surprised me so much. And it just naturally progressed to a point where it's like the attraction, it just came organically. It wasn't forced. It wasn't a conversation. Huh?
Who grabbed whose hand?
I grabbed her hand because we were walking like, you know, you walking so close to somebody, your arms keep brushing against each other, and our hands kept brushing every once in a while. And I was like, okay, I might as well just hold her hand. So we interlocked fingers. We did the good kind of hand hold.
That's great. I asked that because I can't speak for no other woman because, like I said, I know I'm built different. But if I don't want to hold your hand, I'm gonna be like, no, I'm not ready for that.
But see, here's how I knew it was okay too, because like I said, after dinner we went to the comedy thing. Here's the thing: the seats were so close. I didn't realize it, but there was an empty seat in between us. I didn't even know. And she tapped me and she was like, there's a guy sitting right behind you and there's a seat right next to you. I was like, oh, my bad. And I scooted over. When I did that, I would say about 2 minutes later, that's when she began to lay on me. That, number one, that let me know that she's comfortable.
Yeah.
And number two, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And ooh, thank goodness it was okay. But yo, she's beautiful and her skin is so soft. Like,
and honestly, Robert, because I've known you for as long as I have, whether
you don't know me, go ahead.
Whether but I've seen you in a relationship and I've seen you not in a relationship. So for me as a friend, being the outsider looking in, you want your margarita? Is that what you're trying to say? Nah, go ahead. Being from the outside looking in, like the first thing I would tell you is enjoy every good moment, but like make sure you just hold a little bit back. Like don't give like. I'm gonna hold a little bit back.
Because
Robert, I woke up and I think my heart was already down the street, had made a left. I didn't even know where it went.
Let me tell you,
pew, it was gone.
I already told her I'm an all or nothing type person. I have to for the sake of my career now. Like I can't be, though I would love to see her every weekend or something like that. I know I can't do that. You know what I mean? Like my business requires a lot of my attention and a lot of my time. So I do have to keep a side of myself reserved for that. But the beautiful thing about her is she understands it because she does too. Like even when I was setting up going out with her, she was like, look, this is the only day I really have free because I'm off, but I gotta handle business these other days. I was like, oh, like really?
Right, because and that's great. Robert, I have a question for you. What do I do from here? Because it's like ever since last week Thursday, I have not seen this guy. It's like we went.
Okay, the last thing we talked about is the last bombshell he dropped on you.
Did I tell you about the whole conversation about the bombshell? I don't think we really went into all of that.
Okay, you don't want to put it. You don't want to put his business out there, so we can talk about that. We can talk about it off air. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
But my thing is because today, like he texted me this morning, good morning. Normally I'm the initiator. But today I'm like, I don't have nothing to say to you. So everything he texted me, I was very short. The shortest answer I could give, I gave. If
that's worse than no answer at all.
Or a no, that's what I gave. He was like, it's so hot out here. I was like, yep. Good morning, are you off? Yes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had like no words. And it's like, last week he was like, I really don't want you to fall back. I know this is a tough spot you're in, but I really don't want you to fall back. But I feel like he's falling back. So it's like, now I'm falling. I don't have a choice but to play the position that you put me in. Okay. So, like, what do I do? Because I feel my little Great Wall of China going back up. I feel it on the inside. And I've started back eating.
You got to give him, you either got to give him time or not. Really.
I spent $60 at a restaurant today. $60 at a restaurant today. So my eating game is back up the bar. Okay.
Wait, on yourself?
Yeah.
Why you sounded so ashamed? Yeah.
I was like, yo, I want the wings. I want the shrimp. I want the shrimp basket. Yo,
that's a lot.
And I didn't even have alcohol.
Dang.
Okay, so that should really tell you like.
What restaurant was this?
Shuck and Shack. I love that.
Where they
place.
at?
Somerville, downtown Somerville.
I've never been
I
there.
probably shouldn't have said Somerville. But who cares?
No, I don't care. I said Charleston like 100 times.
You didn't tell where that mama stayed though.
Absolutely not. Yes. I didn't. All right. I'm gonna end this here so we can have our off-air conversation. Stop being like that.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's just noise. You had like we on the syndicated radio or something. Anyway, see, tequila. That tequila getting to me, boy. Shoot, I can't even talk straight. Nah.
You know, a guy before we end it.
Okay.
I was talking to this guy and he was very professional, and I loved the fact that he was very professional.
Uh-huh.
Like it was like a turn on, because I find very few people that are professional. And when he started talking like he was from Charleston, I was like, oh, I'm out. Like I can't. I don't want to lay next to that. I don't want to talk to that on the phone. Like, no, thank you. I'm good.
Oh my God. Listen.
I had to look at the phone like, who the hell? Who is this? But anyway, go on. I'm sorry.
Yo, my accent did come out. Like, my accent didn't come out. Like, I was using my professional voice at the beginning half of my day, and I know that after I had a couple in me, I loosened up. So the yo started flying. Like, yo, like that's mad crazy. Like it did come out.
And when I went on that date with homeboy, and he said I couldn't have no apple sake, in my head I'm thinking you're messing yourself up.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
Is a good opportunity for you to see if I can handle which that's not liquor, it's rice wine, but that's like a good opportunity for you to see if I can handle my drinks. Mm-hmm. If I can't, what happens after I drink? Like,
yeah. Did he tell you why he said no?
I didn't care why. No, he did not.
But
I didn't care why he said no. All I knew is after being at work for 13 hours, that you gonna say no? I'm not going nowhere with you again. I'm not responding to your texts. I'm not doing none of that. I needed that drink.
Well, I had enough for it. When was that date?
Monday night.
I had enough for y'all on Friday. Ooh. Anyway, y'all, thank you for joining us again on another episode of From My Experience Podcast. Those of you listening on YouTube, From My Experience Podcast is also on SoundCloud. Those of you listening on SoundCloud, we're also on YouTube. Also, make sure to join our Facebook page, From My Experience Podcast on Facebook. And also, if you have any questions, you want to be a guest, or you have a recommended topic, From My Experience Podcast at gmail.com. I'm your host, Rob. I've been with my esteemed guest, Andrea. And honestly, guys, this wasn't a predetermined topic. She hit me up, and I hadn't shared this news with her about my date that I'm so excited about, and this girl I'm interested in. And she has her DR Rama going on. Okay. And she told me like 90% of the story, so there's 10% I'm missing. So I was like, yo, let's just have a real conversation, because so much stuff nowadays is scripted and fake, and people don't want to have the real. These are two real working professionals in the world, and these are the feelings and thoughts that we have. This is us, you know what I'm saying? And this is one of my closest friends as well, because we don't care. We're gonna put it out there. Okay. Not your personal business, and we're respectful, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I think this is one of the best episodes we've ever done.
High five! Yay!
Yay! And we had shots. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.
Bye.